Income protection is an area of growing importance.
Benefits, whether for risk or for saving, are becoming an increasingly important part of the assessment of an employer.
The well-being of our staff is extraordinarily important to us because nowadays the focus is much more on the individual rather than just the hours and work. And if we're going to look after people and project that image genuinely as a caring employer and a good employer, to not have that protection, that safety net for people going off long-term sick would just be a huge hole in our offering.
If my employer wants to be perceived as an employer of choice, isn't it better if it provides me with adequate protection, keeping my lifestyle longer term?
When we're employing people now, probably sometime in the past all they cared about is cash. Obviously people still care about cash, but then there's sort of core benefits that they look for. Some of the obvious ones are pension, medical, life insurance scheme, but then up there now is the income protection policy as well.
It's a balance, a trade-off between immediate expenses and deferred expenses. I think that forward-looking employers are definitely attentive to this.
Because it will happen at some point. Someone goes off long-term sick, let's say it's quite a serious condition. There's a good outcome, you want them to stay on the book, you've got that talent, you've invested in it, you want that person to come back to work. The income protection policy helps you get them back to work through the rehabilitation services if they're necessary. Then there's the bad outcomes. What happens when someone's not so well or is very, very seriously ill? What are you going to do in that situation? You can't, in all good conscience, just abandon that employee. And at that point you think, wow, I wish we had one of these policies.
We see a lot of fancy benefits being provided by employers, be it, say, the laundry services, the free food, the gym membership. Protection from death and disability is definitely less flashy, but very useful in guaranteeing the well-being, the peace of mind, and the loyalty of your employees.
And also, whilst it might only be a few people who actually claim the benefit, it's quite a visible benefit within an area when someone goes off sick. And as an employer, then we can say to the staff left, look, this person's been looked after, the bank's got these policies. So it helps, again, for the people left behind at their desk to know that their colleagues being looked after. And again, that adds a sort of feel-good factor that people know it's working in practice.